Hello! Catch you! Hey, Olivia. Yes, text box works now, which is good. It's good stuff. Wait, hold on. Was it already part 5? Oops, did I not change the stream title? I know. I'd have messed up, let's see. Give me a sec. I don't think it matters, but like, just in case anyone actually notices. Yeah, look, yeah, okay. Psh, this is part 6. Let's update that. Oh, my headphones. My microphone wasn't high enough. Cool. I actually forgot to check on the text box yesterday, so I'm glad to hear it's working today. Probably just an off day then. Alright, so we need to continue onwards with Anna and see if we can get, you know, have something better happen with who's it? Bryce. Make our relationship better after what happened. Okay, let's see. Whoa, hold on a sec, let's see, who was that? Did the alert work? I heard it, I didn't see it. Give me a sec. Blake Blade Master, thank you so much for the host. Hey Yoshi, don't worry, I'm not here to talk about last time. This is strictly business. Well, what is it? Just some good old-fashioned police work, and we're counting on your help again. It's not like I have anything better to do. Alright. You obtained a list of places reason. Yeah, okay. Sure, you do a great job. That is reassuring. Are you ready to go? I've been trying to skip, but then it's not been letting me, so yeah. La-di-da-di-da. Don't mind stairs that much. I can see why. Your legs have more articulation than even mine, especially on the knees. Especially the knees. Out of us 3, I think Bryce has it the worst right now. Darn you and your articulated knees. Alright, so let's get through all this. La-di-da-di-da. Strange encounter. Hello, bye-bye. See you later. Oh, we're running away. Oh, look, it's the administrator. Oh, look, bye-bye. I don't think it was Razor. What makes you say that? Whoever it was wearing a mask, blah blah blah. What about some sort of camouflage? Good point. Yeah, blah blah blah. I have no idea. What does that mean? Okay, so it's just, they just jumped straight to Razor. Alright. What if I say... You do understand, like, I haven't said the other options. You do understand why you ran away in the first place, right? Strange alien world. Big scary dragon coming to arrest him. He had no idea what consequences being arrested would have here. Are you actually defending him? No, I am just looking for an explanation. Okay. Okay. What if I say this? I'm just trying out some of the options here. He has less to do with my staff and more with what I told you last time. You know him, and that gives you experience that can help us understand how he thinks. That's the kind of help we really need. La-di-da-di-da, thanks for the list. Let's go to a location. Was there anywhere we didn't go? Let's try the production facility this time. Now that, you know, we're familiar. Reza was allegedly here at some point. Maybe I should ask Anna. Hello? Anybody here? Oh, hello. It's, Damien. Can I help you? I was just looking for Anna. This is her lab, right? Why don't I ever get any recognition? This is my lab as much as it is hers. Either way, Anna's not here. Would that be all? Since you work here, maybe you can help me instead. Oh, of course, your precious Anna isn't here, so you have to settle for me. I see how it is. That's not what I meant. Of course, let's just get this over with. You can start by telling me who you are. Here's the short version. My name is Damien, I work in this facility, and I'm unfortunate enough to live the nightmare of having to deal with Anna on a daily basis. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. And you are? You don't know who I am? Of course I know who you are, but your assumption validated the point I was going to make. You see, this whole thing about you coming here has been blown out of proportion, like it's some huge event that everyone should be celebrating. Newsflash, not everyone cares. Once both of you are gone, life will return to normal and we can all go back to what we actually should be doing. I imagine a lot of it has to do with those human myths you have. I can only reiterate, not everyone cares. What exactly did you want again? No, we should get... I don't know. I don't want to save you. Because I'm not sure if this is one of the things where you can actually just like go through all the options. But let's see. What kind of research are you doing? Right now, guess who got tasked with running all those tests on your blood? You did. That's right. While she goes out and does whatever the heck she wants, I get to keep an eye on the experiment. Any interesting results? Not just yet, but soon we'll know more about your body than you do. Yeah, okay, so we can go through all the options. What kind of research is Anna doing? Cancer research. She thinks she can cure it, but she's out of her mind. Hey, don't be like that. That's such a bad thing. The way she does it? Yes, she's wasting resources that could be better spent on projects with an actual chance of success. How long have you known Anna? Why do you care about that? Maybe I want to find out what kind of person she is. You might have an idea. I'll put it this way. I've known her far too long. Alright, has Reza been here recently? Do you know anything about Reza's visits to this facility? I've seen him a few times. He'd come by to ask about the progress of their generators. There was this one time when Anna told him she'd have news. When he came over, she just wanted to run some tests on him. Did he go through with it? No, he wanted some compensation, I suppose. Nothing she could offer satisfied him, however, and that was that. That's all. Alright, thanks for that. Thanks for your help. Yeah. Okay, bye. Interrogator Damien, fun times. Oh, nice, Interrogator 1. Okay, cool. That's handy. So, I mean, we already visited the grocery store in the past. What about visiting the library when we haven't known Ruby that well? Can we meet with, wait, no, don't we find someone else? I don't remember. Alright, Reza, what did you want here? Hey, it's Remy. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. I already told you, it's not here. Who's he talking to, Adine? Won't you help out an old friend? Friend? This is the first time you've spoken to me in years. And whose fault is that? For you, I didn't even exist these last few years. At least I tried to reach out to you. No, you're just here because you want something. Oh gee, he's getting aggressive again. I'm right here, right now, and you still continue to act like that. She was my friend too, you know. I think you should leave. Must be referring to what was her name? The one that he was talking about. What, Amelia, probably. I wonder what she wanted. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for everything. It's a little late for apologies. Have it your way then. Everyone just seems so like rude when their relationships aren't so strong after all. Alright, Adine stormed out so quickly that she didn't even notice me. Waited a few moments and wondered if it was a good time to talk to Remy. In the end, I decided that my task was too pressing to come back at another time. I shuffled through books and tried to look busy until I noticed he resumed his work so I could approach him. Hello Yoshi, how can I help you? Okay, another moment that I'll save just in case. But it's probably just like, oh, you can talk to everyone. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you. What did Adine want from you? Wait, you were here that whole time? Not the whole time, just long enough to know that something's up. It's nothing that concerns you. Come on, it does concern me. I know you, and I know Adine. It's really nothing of great importance. Are you aware of a certain prehistoric underground building we recently discovered? I've heard of it. She wanted a blueprint of it, which was one of the things found inside the building during an investigation. Why would you have it? Well, not just a library, you know, but a whole archive that stores all sorts of information and objects. In any case, a blueprint is the kind of thing that would be placed in our care eventually. So she thinks you have it. Even if we did, it wouldn't be something we could just give out to anyone. Of course. Has Reza been here recently? Reza? He's visited quite often since he arrived, actually. Until a few days ago, that is. Do Do you know what he was reading? Not particularly. I thought he just wanted to learn about our world. Did you notice anything unusual about him while he was here? Can't say I did, though he did ask me for a map once. A map? Yes, I showed him a few, but none of them seemed to be what he was looking for. Did he talk to you about anything strange while he was here? Besides the maps, nothing else worth mentioning comes to mind, only the usual pleasantries. And that's all. Thanks for your help. You're welcome. Alright, nice. Afternoon sun, report findings. Skip to the character selection. Let's just see if anything happens here. Da-di-da-di-da. Da-di-da-di-da. You know what, no, hold on, no, we've already, yep, okay. Oh, wow, what happens if I say if I have to? No, let's not say that yet. Say nothing. Tell me, why would Ambassador need such a dangerous tool in the first place? I know you claim not to have any of these things Riza injured me with, and you didn't have any when they researched you, but I guess it's way too late for safety precautions at this point. You could have hidden one anywhere. Yep, we've seen all this. Alright, anything... What if he said this? Oh. That's just how he is. Once he sets his mind on something, he sees it through to the end. Yep, he gets things done. Doesn't look like we'll find him today. Right, long gone beyond our reach, what do you think? What if he said we'll never find him? What makes you think so? He's escaped twice now. Each time, he managed to get away without any trouble. I just feel like if we haven't found him by now, we won't do so anytime soon either. Riza knows what he's doing. Wouldn't give up just yet. I don't think you quite understand what you're dealing with. But you do. That's why we asked for your help. I know, but to be honest, I'm not sure if I can be much help to you at all. You just have to keep trying. At least, that's what they told me in the police academy. In our line of work, there can be a lot of situations that seem hopeless, but the one thing you can't do is to just give up. You can go over the same facts and evidence dozens of times and still miss something. Focus and keep trying, and you'll eventually find something new. This is nice. If you act all like, oh no, when it's gonna fail, he actually just encourages you. That's cool. Even if you're sure there's nothing else to be found, or you feel like it's not worth it, or you just think it's hopeless, there's always something you can do to help. As long as you don't give up, there's still a chance to solve the case, however small it may be. And you know, maybe it's that small chance that makes the difference in the end. Don't give up, Yoshi, because quite frankly, you're the best chance we have. I wonder what will happen now, blah 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 blah. Thanks. Some information. Yeah, not sure if there's anything special about Anna wanting Riza's blood. I mean, she's a scientist, so it's natural that she'd be interested in something like that. We'll have to talk to her about it though. Maybe she has some more details for us. The map in the library? I don't know what to think about that. He could have needed a map to plan something, I suppose, but who knows what he really wanted to do with it. It's the kind of detail that, on its own, might not tell us much. It could be crucial later on. Yeah, thank you. You did well on the second investigation. My compliments to It's as if the system really is something. Also, this counts as the second investigation. Okay, that's cool. In any case, thanks for your help. We really do appreciate it. Bye bye. Oh, messages on the answering machine. I just wanted to update you. I still don't have an open spot in the facility for your tests, but I'll be free if you want to cash in your reward. You know I'm busy, so this is your chance for your date if you even still want to go through with it. Take it or leave it. I don't care much either way. In any case, you know where to find me. I guess the choice is mine. Yeah, let's go meet with Anna now. We gotta do so. Oh, Adina's an option now? Huh. And I know Bryce is out, like, just busy, so I think that's why he's, like, off doing stuff. But I guess, I don't know. Let's go meet with Anna now, then. See if, we end up just having her not being killed. That'd be nice. And just on time. Now, where is she? Hello? What's this? Looks like a message. Something came up at the last second. Wait for me. It shouldn't be too long. Anna. I guess at the last second is meant in a literal sense here. Or else she could have just called me. Guess we're playing the waiting game then. Okay, it's been like an hour and my patience is slowly but surely running out. We'll wait. I've already waited this long, so I guess I can wait a little longer. Just literally fall asleep. I'm not sure who the world record holder for most patient person is, but now I feel like a contender. Is this the night she was killed? If so, we might be able to do something about it. Still no sign of her though. Try to get into her lab or wait? Let's see. This is interesting. Try to get into her lab. Right, I'm gonna score myself some sweet lab equipment. That's the least she can do for making me wait. Or maybe I'll just wait inside. Standing around here is getting rather tedious. Pushing the door does nothing. Neither does pulling. Guess I'm out of options here. Hey, what's this? At the bottom of the door, the corner of an envelope was noticeably sticking out. Take it. Holding at the corner, I was now holding the envelope in my hands. Well, I gotta pass the time somehow, right? Did it tell her to go somewhere? Let's see. Dear Anna, appointments for next month, treatment plan, Dr. Valido. Probably shouldn't be looking at this. Oh, okay. So it'll be something like, hey, meet me somewhere, and I don't know. Quickly, I put the letter back into the envelope and pushed it through the gap in the door. He looked at Anna's envelope. Naughty. And there's the achievement. Right, what are you looking at? Your beautiful door. Where have you been all this time? Reading comprehension must not be your strong suit, because my note clearly said I'd be back soon. Note to self, the word soon now refers to a time span of over 2 hours when waiting for a scheduled appointment. Oh wow, so mean. Hey Lucario, welcome to the stream. Has it really been that long? It certainly didn't feel like it. Alright, sorry for making you wait. Let's just go. Losing track of time happens to the best of us. Yeah, come on. Happens to me all the time. I guess we missed our movie. Can't we see the late screening or something? That was the late screening. The theater's closed now. Maybe we should reschedule. That won't work, at least not for me. Today was the only day I could leave early. I won't have another chance anytime soon. So what do we do now? Maybe the coffee place is still open. I don't know. I guess that's better than nothing. So we save her from getting attacked. Closed as well. That's just peachy. Why do you keep working so late anyway? Because what I'm doing is important. Mean Bean Machine. I'll play that on stream sometime. I'll play Kirby's Avalanche as well. And have the really annoying and obnoxious voices. Bye! Bye! You're doing cancer research, right? Who told you that? Damien, I stopped by your lab some time ago, but you weren't there. That shardbone, strong language, cough cough. What else did he tell you about me? Nothing much. The whole thing wasn't really about you anyway. I see. Sounds like you two don't get along that well. That's the understatement of the century. Being trapped in a small room with the likes of him for hours on end every day is a scenario born of a sick mind with the intention of making me suffer as much as possible. It certainly doesn't make my research any easier. The stress probably doesn't help you either, and it's not worth jeopardizing your health over. Don't overwork yourself. You can't save anyone if you're dead. That's, very foreshadowy. If I don't find a cure, no one else will. No one else can. Besides, I was only late today because I got your stupid blood work ready. You have the test results? Yeah. Want to know what I have to say about them? Definitely. Okay, how much do you know about genetics? A little bit, I guess. Don't worry, I'll put it into words that are easy for you to understand. Oh, I have a big nose. Okay, that's not a problem. To start off, I found that on average about 90% of your genes are homologous to our species' genes. That may seem like a lot, but to put it into perspective, about 50% of your DNA is also shared with fruit. Oh yeah, that's true. To further elaborate, you and your human neighbor back home are probably around 99.9% genetically similar. If you compare the various sentient species we have here to each other, they would only be around 95 to 97% similar. As for what exactly all of this tells us, though a match of 90% sounds like a lot, it's not as much as you might think. Still, for two beings from different worlds altogether, that's quite remarkable. Beyond DNA, the biggest similarity between us is within the brain structure. That's not surprising considering our high-level cognitive abilities. That'll surprise Maverick. What do you mean? He doesn't seem to like humans very much. I'm sure he'll be displeased to know how similar we are. Oh, he doesn't like anyone, really. He's just like me in that way. Yeah, you two would make a great couple. You're a little late for that. I'm already his ex-girlfriend. Wow. Okay. Really? How'd that go? Not how you might think. It actually went pretty well. For a while at least. In the end, we both got too absorbed in our jobs until we realized we had drifted apart too much and agreed it would be better if we just broke up. I still respect him for the work he does. I mean, we even used to solve crime together. I'd be in the lab running tests and he'd be out in the field chasing after the pups. Those were good times. I guess nowadays he just chases after me. What? I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that. But if you know him, maybe you could help me out. I certainly can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. Okay, but this is just between us, alright? Sure, whatever. Maverick's convinced that I'm the accomplice of a crime. He made a point to tell me that he's searching for proof to legally arrest me. Or worse. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Really? It's nothing. He can't find any proof that doesn't exist. Still, it doesn't feel nice to be threatened and stalked, especially by someone like him. That's just him. He gets way into it once he sets his sights on something. I noticed. It's his job, what do you expect? I wish he'd just leave me alone. He wasn't always like this, you know. Really? A couple of years ago, he was assigned to this one case. Ooh. Playing this game a while. Is it a detective game? Have you finished it yet? It's a detective slash dating game, I guess. How many endings are there? Do you like dragons? Yes. Is Yoshi a dragon? Not quite. There's 13 endings. We've gotten 2 so far. Yes, totally. So I think for each of the main characters, there's 2 endings. So there's 5 main, 2 endings for each. So that'd be 10. 2 endings as in a bad, a good ending. There's the neutral ending that we've already got, and then there would probably be like a best and worst ending, I'd say. So what happened? He was still relatively new on the force, young and eager to help. Then reality came crashing down on him. There was a serial killer who shook up the whole town. The victims were apparently eaten. What? We later found out that the killer's actions were the result of a degenerative disease, which brought his feral nature to the foreground. At that point, he was just a wild animal, turned into a cannibal that hunted under the shadow of night. Wow. If Maverick's been like so severely affected like this, it makes sense that his attitude is like so. Everyone in town was up in arms, terrified that they'd be next. The police did everything they could. A curfew was instated and the patrols guarded the streets at night. Then they found him munching on his 5th victim. Poor little Maverick was not prepared for what he would find. Stand back, Maverick. I'll handle this. Miles! It was his brother. Step away from the body, Miles. Miles couldn't apprehend their words, and only saw rivals who wanted to take away its prey. He wasn't about to just let go of it without a fight. Oh my gosh. Miles raised his head from his kill, blood dripping from his maw. The officer's breaths were smothered by the deathly stillness of the night. Fangs bared, the feral dragon snarled and stood strong in front of his meal, prepared to protect it from the 2 who intruded upon his territory. Whatever this is, Miles, it's over. Don't make it worse now. Oh my gosh. In an instant, Miles was upon Bryce. Then he clashed in a flurry of teeth and claws. Miles had the advantage with his small frame and quick movements, and Bryce could not get a clear hit in. It all happened so fast that Maverick didn't know what to do. They rolled on the ground and Bryce ended up on his back, as helpless as a turtle. Miles pinned him and clamped his jaws on his neck. Bryce's claws were the only thing preventing Miles from biting down. They were slipping, slick with blood and quivering with fatigue, as he tried to push him off. For a brief moment, Bryce thought he'd meet his end, and the jaws suddenly relaxed and he was able to dislodge them. When he looked up, he saw that Maverick had managed to get to Miles from behind. He bit through his brother's neck from above. Blood flowed down Maverick's jaws and over Miles' lifeless body. Bryce had been saved, but the young dragon wore a wide-eyed, empty stare. Oh, jeez. Wow, so Maverick basically had to kill his brother to stop him from killing others. That's pretty rough. Maverick blamed himself for not taking better care of his brother. He knew Miles had problems and was taking medication for it, but he wished he could have done more to help him. The medication wasn't the right one, by the way. Maverick takes solace in the fact that he was able to save Bryce, but he's never been the same since that incident. Now he scrutinizes everyone and everything. I'm not sure that's come on, what in-game me? Come on, that's just wow. You should be more like that selfless than that. That's just like it doesn't. But now you know why he is how he is. It's not unusual for him to act like this, so you might just have to wait it out. Anyway, let's get back to your test results. Since you were so interested, did you want a copy of them? Yeah, I'd appreciate that. No problem. I heard you also wanted Reese's blood. Of course, I invited him over too, but that was before you arrived here. Hey, hey, Shebra, welcome. Hello. I hope you didn't come in during the sad moment. Why does everyone come in during sad moments? It's sad. Hi, welcome. And I thought that what we had was special. Oh, it is. Reza was too stuck up to agree to anything. He wouldn't even participate in an exhilarating round of trivia board games. Not even that, can you believe it? I can almost see the sarcasm dripping from your mouth. Still, it's kind of a shame. It would have been interesting to compare your blood to his. According to Nintendo, Yoshi isn't a dinosaur or a dragon, he's a Yoshi. That's his species. Yeah, I've mentioned that to people and they're like, nah, it's a dinosaur. I'm just like, he's his own species. What is his genus? Hang on. what a coincidence that we're going through this part of the game too. What a shame indeed. Let's just enjoy our romantic date in the back alley of a coffee shop. Of course. Unless you want to take this someplace else. What? You don't like hanging around dirty back alleys? I'd rather be someplace less dirty. I'd prefer someplace inside, rather be someplace less dirty, I'd say. Yoshi, and what is classification, Yoshi? Well done, Olivia. You must have been paying attention during your biology class. Official scientific name is Yoshi. Of course. I'd rather be someplace less dirty? I guess so. I guess that's a valid point. Could always go back to your lab. And have you hanging around sensitive lab equipment? Denied. I'm getting kinda hungry. I figured we'd be having a meal on our date. What? Can't you go a few hours without having to stuff your face? I could offer you a handful of dirt if that's to your taste, Yoshi. I already have my own dirt. I did pick up dirt, remember? Oh no, that was the previous playthrough. Oops. No, I should have went to... No, because we needed to do well in the investigation anyway. Hello. Yes? We could have done... Because we would have went to the park and then... thingy. Then we could have told her we... Well, let's see what she says anyway. I already have my own dirt. Oh really? What kind of dirt would that be? Only the finest, governmentally funded dirt from Tatsu Park. Your filthy back alley stuff has nothing on this. Oh, so we did get the dirt, huh? You should playing this game because it's too scared to point at me? No, that's not true, silly. You win this round. So wait, hold on. Because we got the... Oh, no, the dirt doesn't show up here, whatever. Did we do the whole dirt thing? Was that during a different part of the game? I don't remember anymore. Oh. You win this round. Either way, a side dish would be nice. I know this one place that never closes. Let's go there. Sure. Alright, let's go. After several minutes of walking, Anna led me to the outskirts of town. We arrived at a farmhouse. A farmhouse. Is this a farmhouse or is this the farmhouse? Reese's hiding place. Let's see. We arrived at a farmhouse. On one side, fields stretched towards the horizon, and on the other were lush green hills with fenced populations of animals. What kind of restaurant is this supposed to be? Self-serve. I'm not filthy. You're a bad girl, Anna. I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt that. You win this round, hip-hop. No! No! Anna was telling me I'm the winner. I'm the one who won, man. Just telling me. And just think about it this way. What's the worst that could ever happen? We blow up because it might be the Reese's place? We get caught, and maybe they'll tell me to compensate them. Or we'll just say it was your idea and that you didn't know it was forbidden or something. You have diplomatic immunity, so there's nothing they could do. I'll welcome your hunt. Me? Even if I knew how, it's not like I have any equipment here. Equipment? What a sissy. Oh my gosh, Anna. You've got hands and teeth. What more do you need? A long-range weapon, maybe? Like fire? I suppose even you could make use of that. Alright, since I'm apparently the only one capable of acquiring food, I'll be right back. Anna walked over to a fenced enclosure of animals that reminded me of sheep. She crouched and squeezed herself through the bars, after which I lost sight of her. Waiting game 2.0, start. It took only a couple of minutes for her to return, dragging one of the animals behind her with her now bloody jaws and hands. Oh jeez. Dinner's ready. What kind of animal is this? It's called a mouflon. I don't know. Do you have a part you'd prefer? See how nice I am? I'm even letting you choose first. I'm not hungry anymore. let's be honest. It's kinda high. I don't really want to eat anymore. I'm not hungry anymore. Really? That makes you lose your appetite? Then I'll just have more for myself. Using one of her claws, she skinned the dead mouflon and divided it into various pieces. Now, do I want this grilled or raw? What do you think? Raw meat actually carries a significant risk of diseases for us if not prepared properly. How inept can your species even be? You can't hunt on your own, you need tools and help at every step. You don't even have claws to cut things up. Oh my gosh, Anna, come on. Anna's being ridiculous here. I'm not sure how you could ever survive in the wild. Seriously, what god did you pee off to end up like that? I have no idea. It's kinda sad when you look at it from that perspective. So many different species have so many different natural abilities that it seems like we got the bad end of the deal. We always held on to the fact that we had our brains and intellect, but now that we found you, that doesn't really make us unique anymore. Mother Nature has been so cruel to your race that I almost feel sorry for you. She opened her maw wide before a liquid shot from both corners of her mouth onto the ground below, the parts of the mouflon she had prepared. After a few seconds, the liquid burst into flames, heating up her dinner. That's a neat trick. I bet you wish you could do that, huh? I'm not sure. Why not? It would be a neat ability to have, but I don't think I'd want a deadly weapon at my disposal at all times. Furthermore, I'm not sure about what would happen if other humans had access to that skill. Good point. How does that work, anyway? Don't you ever burn your mouth? Not at all. There are actually two different components. They only catch fire when a sufficient quantity of both is present. Interesting. Alright. Nice. Looks like you've just... Okay, let's not go into the whole murder thing, because she's not dead. And we are happy now. We avoided getting her killed, I'm pretty sure. The flames weakened and grew smaller until they went out, revealing steamy, appetizing pieces of meat. Help yourself. No thanks. Unaffected by its temperature, she took a piece into her hand, tore a chunk of it with her teeth and started chewing. I guess your scales are a good insulator. Evidently so. How does it taste? Just wonderful. Stolen goods always taste best. I can already picture the old farmer reduced to tears after he discovers one of his precious mouflons is gone. You're a wild one, Anna. Thanks, I can teach you a thing or two. How often do you just go out and hunt on your own? Only when necessary or when I feel like it. I still go to fancy restaurants because I can afford it, but they don't mean much to me. For me, it's all about the experience, and one isn't necessarily better than the other. I can see a point. This was unusual but fun. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? It's interesting to see. Would we prefer the fancy restaurant? Nah. I can see a point. This certainly isn't how I thought the evening would go, but it was pretty fun. Anyways, I'm stuffed. There's still plenty left over. What are you going to do with it all? We can just leave it here. Hey, maybe the old farmer will help himself to it. How nice of us to leave some for him. Talk about recycling. When does it attract predators or something? Talk about recycling. Hey, it's meat. 100% biodegradable. We should probably leave before that senile has-been wakes up from his evening nap. Yeah, let's go. Alright, cool. Well, that was interesting. Wait a minute, I've got something for you. Oh? What is it? Here you go, your test results, black on white. Awesome. Thanks, but did you really need to spend all that extra time getting this done today? I just wanted to get it over and done with when I had the chance. Maybe you should start thinking about not working so late on a regular basis. Might do you some good, Anna. Why do you think so? I'm just saying, if it usually gets as bad as it did today, that's not a good sign. I just didn't pay attention to the time, but I guess that's because I barely go out anyway and I didn't even think about watching the clock. Okay, point taken. So, what are you gonna do? I'll think about it. You know, now that this date is officially over, if I don't work overtime every single day, I could fit you in for your end of the deal. Of course you didn't forget about that. I'll let you know the details, or just call me if I forget. Sure. So, did we make sure that she's not dead? Okay. Nothing going on today. So, we can't get into contact with Bryce, it appears. Status is just good. Went down from impressed. Interesting. Wonder if it's like she would have been more like impressed with us if we were something. Yoshi, she, hi. I'm a greeting dinosaur. That's right. Woo, you uncovered my secret. Let's see here. Because these guys, like, we don't really need to do much with them at the moment. Order some lunch would mean that we'd trigger like an Nadine scene, wouldn't we? We don't really want that at the moment. So we'll just spend the day reading, I guess. Let's read the Sheridan's Adventure series, blah blah blah. How far? Oh, what's the card? Passion. Oh wow. That seems like an Anna specific thing. Huh. Got some really bad news. Did you put on some more weight? Stop joking around. This is serious. It can't be Anna, right? I'm serious. Diabetes is no joke. Shut up already and listen to me for once. Well, what is it? You know Anna, right? I've met her, yes? How about her assistant? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Secret 6969 boy room, of course. Big secret, no one knows about that. I met him once or twice. Well, that's him. Oh no. I mean, that did avoid getting Anna killed, but I don't know. Is it much better? Because it's at least keeping in the main characters, right? But then I feel for Bryce, because if we're not like, do we need to be like on good terms with Bryce in order to like stop him from going in to the farmhouse or what? Because this one seemed a bit obvious. It's like, okay, be good with her and she will go home and she won't get killed or something, right? I don't know. I bet you're sorry about your diabetes joke now, huh? Looks like you've seen this before. Skip to the scene. No, don't skip ahead. It might be a little different here. Anything different? No, maybe it's not going to be a big deal. I don't think it would choose this option, so we got to just try this. I know indeed, bro. Maybe. I suppose we'll see soon enough. La-di-da-di-da. So no difference? Oh, okay, let's see. So it stopped here, which means I haven't seen this maybe? I see. Well, I know I haven't exactly been up to date in regard. No, I'm pretty sure I've seen this before. Here's the concept of serial killer was da-di-da-di-da. Frankly, I'm curious as to why the facts of this case have been withheld from me for so long. Simply because they weren't within your jurisdiction? Yeah, we've seen this before. The DNA and blood we found, these 3 murders now being linked together into him. Did your ministry have to become involved? I see, so Reese's involvement is now undeniable. Da-di-da. Why are those specifically different? I don't remember them being. It is beneficial to my actual mission. And what would that be? The deal between our races. I firmly stand by our original agreement. reasons involved with what am I saying? With these crimes, I want no part of it. It has nothing to do with me or the reasons I came here in the first place. If his actions are endangering this agreement in any way, I want to put a stop to him. I see. Yes, she believes we're trustworthy, da-di-da-di-da. We go into backstory mode to stop her from sending us back in time, and then la-di-da-di-da, she doesn't care, she wants to send us back to the human world anyway. So we go back, oh look, it's Adine, bye-bye, sorry. What if we say no? Just, I see. Okay. Sebastian, so boring. It doesn't work, la-di-da-di-da, we know that already. La-di-da-di-da, it's broken, la-di-da-di-da, hello, bye-bye. Oh, look, it's the office. Hi there, bye-bye. Oh, this is so funny, lol. Bye-bye. Yep, first up is the primary witness in the latest murder, the victim's colleague, Anna. She was the one who found his body. A few things have changed since this morning, as we've gotten some additional information from forensics that warrants further questioning. She can be found in the production facility. That's good, then. Keeping her alive means that she works in, like, maybe? Able to identify a bit more. Okay. You seem interested in that underground building found near the portal. I realize you might actually be able to help us with that. Since it's suspected to be of human origin, your opinion would be greatly appreciated. Guess I should add archaeologist to my resume. Oh yeah, we already saw that part. Human matters consultant, la-di-da-di-da. Oh, the store clerk, right. We've already... yeah, okay. Here are the details. Visit me at the department once you're done. La-di-da-di-da. So I think one of the achievements is also do well on this investigation. Investigated 3, probably. Let's see. Acquire a map. It's here somewhere, I think. Interrogate Anna. Okay. And do well on the 3rd investigation, I think, would mean investigating, like interrogating Anna and the store clerk, I think, is the how to do well on this one. So let's do that. Let's save first, though. And go to the production facility. I think we've been through it. Oh, hey Yoshi. Oh, this is a bit different. We don't know Lauren that well, so it'll be a little different. Lauren, right? Yep. Did you get a chance to think about what I told you last time? Don't worry, I didn't lose your number. They keep me pretty busy, so I don't really have much free time. Well, if anything changes, give me a call. I will. I gotta go now, so take care. You too. This should be the right place. He also disappears after this chapter or something as well, which is weird. Don't know why. Might be able to find out now. Oh, hello, Pomp. Welcome to the stream. This should be the right place. Oh, it's you. I'm a little busy, so I'm not sure if I should take any visitors at the moment. I have a few questions about the murder of your colleague. Is that so? Why do you get to go around asking questions like that? Is it a matter of human interest? Actually, yes. You could say so. Interesting. What's in it for me? Hey, I already agreed to your tests. I'm not sure what else I could offer you. Besides, I'm working with the police, so your cooperation would be greatly appreciated. Hello, I just got back from school. Welcome back, Russian Scythe. Got nothing to do, so why not watch you? Okay. I mean, this is a pretty good game to watch, I'd say. Oh, you're working for our police? Now you really have my attention. I want to see where you're going with this, so by all means, go ahead. Yeah, I think if Anna gets killed, the thing is you can't do well on this investigation, because Damien is just like, oh, I don't care, get out of my face. And then, in this case, it's like, Anna will actually give you answers, I think. Yeah, it's dragons. It is dragons. So let's see, I think this is all stuff. What happened the last time you saw him alive? I saw him yesterday evening. There were some tests I needed to run overnight, so instead of staying late to set them up, I had Damien do it. That's what colleagues are for, right? Because we recommended to her that she shouldn't be up too late. So Damien and okay, that's what happened. Can you tell me what happens when you found him? I might have left early yesterday, but I made it up for it by coming in early today before anyone else. That's why I was the one to find him. I was on my way to my office when I saw him lying in the middle of the hallway in a puddle of his own blood. What was your relationship to him? We were colleagues, nothing more. When do you live stream? Usually around this time, from like 9 or 8 to 9-ish to like 11. So yeah. Or a little earlier. Or a little later. Heard that you didn't particularly like him. Yeah, but that's not unusual. I don't like most people. He really didn't like me though. Why is that? He was just jealous of my success and it showed. Seem very calm for someone whose colleague was just murdered. I guess we just ask all questions. That's really how you do this. Every day, I try, but it really just depends on how busy I am. People die every day. It's a simple fact of life. Besides, I don't see you crying about him either. I don't know him that well, so it's not like someone I actually cared about died. He's random to me, usually at the night time, when I wake up. It's usually around now. On weekdays at least. Sorry, I'm sorry. This just happens. It's just how it happens, I guess. Time zones are inconvenient. The world stops spinning for no one. Life goes on, and for me, that means being without an assistant for a while. That's all. That'll be all. Thank you, Anna. My pleasure. Time to head back. Interrogator Anna. Well done, Yoshi. Thank you, system. You're so weird. To be honest, that just reminds me of, like, don't go to the portal. We're not going to the portal. Da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da-di-da. Don't go to the portal. Stay inside, call the police, la-di-da-di-da. Visit the store, and we gotta interrogate the store clerk. Hello. Forgot his name. Start with Z. It was like a, I don't remember, and silent H or something. I'll tell her again, la-di-da-di-da. How can I help you? Everyone knows about you. Drips like close up here, so please make it quick. La-di-da-di-da. Well, what are you still doing here? You come back tomorrow, have a lolly in the house. She doesn't want a lolly. Oh, well, so sorry. La-di-da-di-da, da-di-da-di-da. The witness report from Anna is good. Nothing new to us, but it's nice to have a statement in writing. The statement from the store clerk is interesting. We've had few reports of Reza since he went into hiding, so this is very helpful. It's another confirmation of his involvement in this whole matter. You did great today, Yoshi. The police department is glad to have you on our side. You did well in the third investigation. Awesome. Okay. Okay. I think I get an achievement for like getting all the investigations good in one run as well, right? I do what I can. I know, and your help is greatly appreciated, believe me. Da-di-da-di-da, short staff. Oh, something about the sphere, right? Probably. So let's see here. Did I not get that? Hold on one sec. Do well in all investigations in a single playthrough. Didn't I do that? What? I'm pretty sure I did that. Unless it's like a secret force one. No, it doesn't say, like, decide not to meet anyone or investigate 10 times. How does that work? So we should meet with Anna. So are those statuses still the same? Neutral, good, neutral, bad, neutral. Okay, yeah, it's all the same. There you are. I was wondering if you'd even show up. Are we able to protect Bryce this time? We haven't gotten to that point yet, but we've protected Anna. By being with her, we've told her about like not staying up so late with her research, and she instead sent like Damien, her assistant, there instead to do the work, and he ended up becoming murdered as a result. And that's why we were interrogating Anna instead. But she's alive, and that means we can actually do well during the investigation, so that's a good thing. But why didn't I get the achievement? Unless it means without having, like, saves to go back on, because I think I might have gone back in the first investigation, but I don't know. Let's see here. Wait, what was the text again? Yeah. I wouldn't have missed an opportunity to meet you. Yeah. Glutton for punishment, huh? Not that I mind. Are we able to protect Mario this time because last time he died? Yeah, totally. What are you going on about? Investing awesome. Follow me, please. Alright, sure. Oh, so this is the lab, huh? So what exactly is this room? It's our testing room for research on live subjects. What exactly do you want to test here? Or what exactly do you test here? You'll see that soon enough. I intend to use this facility to its fullest potential. I see. Let's start with this one. What's that? I can get a good look at your body structure, muscle groups, and organs with this. For the finer details, we need a different machine. Would you please lie down here? Of course. Before we start, can I ask about your qualifications? You can trust me. I'm a doctor. Okay. What kind of doctor? Well, Doctor of Pharmacy is the only title I currently hold, but I know how to operate this machinery. That doesn't exactly inspire confidence. You think I'd let an opportunity like this go to waste by not doing my research? I'll have you know that I'm very qualified to perform these tests. If you say so. Now, please try not to move too much while this is running. How long will that be? Good question. I suppose we'll see soon enough. Is it gonna be like forever, just like Lauren? What do we do now? Just wait until it's over? What do you want me to do? Dance for you so you don't get bored? I wouldn't mind that. What does a dancing dragon look like anyway? Just forget I said, what does a dancing dragon look like anyway? Is that your scientific curiosity shining through? I can approve of that. You didn't answer my question. Well, I'm not gonna show you. If you're that curious, you might find the answer in the seedier parts of town. The town has seedy parts? Oh, there's a lot you haven't seen yet. You know, when I heard that something happened at the facility, I thought it might have been you. It's quite something, isn't it? You know, if I stayed as late as I used to, it might have been me instead of Damien. It would have been Adam. It's only because you told me not to stay too late so often that I wasn't there for that night. Still, somebody died. I'm not crying over that guy. Alright, you can move again. Does that mean I'm done? That's a good one. We're just getting started. What about the results? Don't hold your breath. It'll be processing for some time, and the resulting data will be so vast that I'll probably end up studying it for days. Gotta keep up the good work. Thank you. Sleep well. Let's collect some samples now. Where should I start? Wherever you like. Show me your claws. That would be fingernails in my case. I suppose you're right. It'd be insulting to call those thin little things of yours claws. They'd probably break off before you could make use of them in any practical way. Just one more way nature gave us the short end of the stick. So, which part would be fine for me to cut off? Take a piece from the white part. The rest you could see is attached to the finger. Hold still then. Don't cut off too much. Don't worry, I only need enough to put it under a microscope. There, was that so bad? Do you want me to put a bandage on your little boo-boo? I'll show you boo-boo. You better behave, I'm doing you a favor. Just whatever. Give her the attitude. Lady Dragon sounds awkwardly funny. It does, doesn't it? Oh, I guess with the right training, I could make something out of you after all. And what now? Now go right under the microscope. She got up and sat down at the table. Intently, Anna stared at a device while messing around with the nail clipping. Let's see. Putting your fingernail under a microscope is something we used to do in middle school. Quiet please, there's a scientist at work here. Okay. This structure looks a lot like keratin. Huh. Is that supposed to mean anything? Only to someone who knows what they're talking about. Keratin is like the substance that forms the claws on us dragons and most of the animals here, at least as far as mammals, reptiles and birds are concerned. So why would you retain the structure but not do anything useful with it is beyond me. It gets better. They grow continuously, so they need to be cut regularly. What happens if you don't cut them? They just keep growing. How much can they keep growing? Pretty much indefinitely. Do they get thicker at least, or what else happens when they grow? They just get longer. What a hassle. So, how long are you planning on keeping me here? Getting impatient already. I'm just saying, our date didn't take all that long, and you mentioned you already have days worth of data from that machine. Well, we never specified any terms, and I set out our date until it was... Okay. Until it was officially over. This will suddenly go by much quicker if you can show a little patience. Says the Queen of Complaining. I was giving her this attitude. I don't complain, I just point out errors. Besides, I'd be Empress, not just a Queen. By the way, how do you feel about needles? Go ahead and poke me if you need to, please no. I really don't like them, but I don't want this to go down negatively. So, hold on. Let's see here. What happens if we say this? Afraid of needles, are you? Oh, you poor thing. I guess we can skip that part, because I certainly don't want to deal with you if you start screaming or crying or whatever else. Oh, okay. We need to remove some layers for the next part. What are you gonna do? Alright, so let's see what happens if we actually allow it. Alright, because, I mean, vaccinations. I don't mind them. Go ahead and poke me if you need. Yeah, I don't mind them. Glad to hear that. You'll need to remove some layers for the next part. Oh. Okay. What are you gonna do? These are just some electrodes, and I'll also measure your brain activity with one of those helmets. Alright. There you go. What is it now? Nothing. If you say so. This ought to take a while. I want to have a good reference and see how your rates change. Your head shape is a little different from ours, but I think this one should do the trick. Perfect, just as if it was made for you. I'm not so sure about that. By the way, how can you even be sure that your machinery will have no adverse effects on me? I suppose I can't. That is mildly unsettling. Your physiology is similar enough to ours that there shouldn't be any problems. I see. Honestly, don't mind them. I'm not too bad with them, honestly. Like, you know, I mentioned just a second ago, like vaccinations and stuff. It's like, okay, if it needs to be done, then sure. But like, otherwise, I'd prefer not. Just the sight of them makes me a little... Don't like those kind of things. Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions. What is this, a polygraph test? Nope, this is something completely different. I'm also measuring your brain activity here. Besides, I don't really care about the truthfulness of your answers. Rather, this is to establish your natural highs and lows of the values I'm measuring. Go ahead then. Let's start with the easy ones. Just say no to the following 3 questions. It doesn't matter if it is true or not. Understood? No. I'm not sure. Does this question count already? I want to see these responses. Alright. Wait, did it save? Okay. Does this question count already? No. Apparently you get it though. Okay. Question start now. Are you human? No. Okay, hold on. I just want to see what happens otherwise. No. I set myself up for this one, didn't I? Okay. Nice. The question start now. Are you human? No. I see. Is your favorite color green? No. Interesting. Have you been convicted of any crime? No. I see. Now we'll get to the real part. You can answer the following questions however you like. Got it. Did it make you uneasy when you had to answer all the test questions negatively? No. I see. Interesting. Have you taken a liking to anyone here since you arrived? Yes. I see. Did you have any ulterior motives when you came to our world, or is it as simple as we are led to believe? There are no ulterior motives. I see. That's all for this test. You can take off the helmet, and I'll take care of the electrodes. This kinda seemed like an interrogation. I wanted to keep it simple by asking questions that could get a reaction. I see. It's kind of a shame, because in the end, the lack of additional subjects for this test means those results might not be very useful to us. We'd probably need a few more humans. Then why do them in the first place? Data is still useful, just not as useful as it could be. Besides, I did tell you I'd make the most out of this room. Well, what's next? I'm not sure yet. Do I want to get close enough to examine mucosa and orifices? There's only one person in this room who can answer that question. Right? Yes. Yes, indeed. Ulterior motives. Ask Rita that. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Looky, looky. I guess so. We quarantined Reza when he initially arrived here. Let's skip the procedure with you. After examining Reza, we didn't think humans by themselves posed any danger. Nevertheless, who knows what kind of illnesses and bacteria might be housing as an alternate host. I'm not taking that risk without a full protective suit. Does that mean your procedures are going to get a lot more invasive? No, I'm not in the mood to put the suit on and sterilize the whole room. To be fair, I haven't heard of anyone I've been in contact with getting any strange diseases thus far. I'm gonna go to my friend's house. Alright, see you later, Lucario. Sure. But then I'd have to ask you if any of those actually got close enough to you. As in, intimately close. No orifice examinations then. For the next part, we'll actually have to go outside. That sounds like fun. Benz, here, strap this to your arm. What's this? A handheld monitor. I want to measure how you perform during exercise. Let's see. What's gonna happen here? Awesome. At least you found something you like. Let's go then, shall we? Sure thing. What about if it'd be annoying? Okay, hold on. I don't like exercising. And I don't like waiting. Oh, it's great going through these. Always good. Hello. Yeah, don't freeze up on me like, yes, ma'am. That's a good little human. Oh, okay. Okay. And now, take one lap around the block. I'll be waiting for you here. You can go as fast or slow as you want, but try not to stop until you're back here. I'll be monitoring you, so I'll know if you try to do anything fishy. I wouldn't do such a thing. Of course not. The honest and good Yoshi would never do such a thing. Yeah, of course. No RFS examination. Let's not talk about that, please. There's no need to make fun of me for it. You're such a bleeding heart, Yoshi. Anyway, you can start whenever. The monitor should take care of the rest. Trying for a consistent speed, I started with a light jog. Soon, I was outside the gate and around the corner when I met an unexpected surprise. Hey, Yoshi. Hey, Remy. Long time no see. Indeed. Just enjoying the fresh air, I see. Yeah. You know, if you ever want to come by and visit the library or need to know anything, feel free to ask me. I will, thanks. My pleasure. So it seems like the ones that are, like, less so, like, important actually come around and ask you for stuff. Like, with the Dean, it's just like, oh, here, you can order. Or with Anna, it's like, what was she like? Well, you can end up, like, not having her alive at all. With Bryce, it's kind of out as well. But with Lauren and Remy, they just go around and just like, oh, you know, you can come with us if you want. Afterwards, I finished my lap around the block, arriving only a few minutes after I had started. I suppose it was too much to ask for a lap without any breaks. Maybe I shouldn't have expected you to be as fit as we are. I got distracted on the way. How so? Did you have to stop and smell the flowers? I met Remy. Remy? Oh, I wouldn't mind you that. Oh, that's... Wow, Anna! Anna! No! Anna, you're so rude. How can you say that? That's how I feel. Would you prefer me to lie to your face? Anyways, I've got your data, so we can head back inside if you're not too exhausted to walk. Of course. I'm running around all the time anyway. Looking at your data, it's kind of hard to evaluate it without having any reference points. How much exercise do you usually get? A little. Not at all. A little, because we are walking around town. I see. You sure get to ask me a lot of questions here, all just part of the tests. Though, I think those were all the tests I needed to run on you for today. Does that mean we're done here? Oh, some of the data from the scanning machine has been processed. We can look at some pretty pictures of you. Yeah, let's have a look. Unflattering as they may be. Oh, you don't have to look at it if you don't want to. Oh, right, I totally forgot that you were a mammal. Hold on. Let's have a look. What happens if... Go the other ones. So it's good to just check these out while we can. Why don't you print them out and have them framed? Or better still, sell the prints. I could make bank doing that. Thanks for the idea. Wouldn't I deserve royalties from that? Sorry, no such written agreement exists. Alright, yep, it's a bit longer for dialogue. How about the last option? I'd rather be looking at some pretty pictures of you instead. That's the best you can come up with? Seriously. Yep, we're a mammal. To encounter an intelligent mammal of all things, well, reasonably intelligent at the very least. Why is that so surprising? You already have your myths about humans. Myths are myths. Having you here in the flesh is an entirely different thing. It's not like I could use our myths to get a scan like this one. It seems so funny to me. Do you nurse from your young from your what? I got all messed up. Yes, we do. Let me startle your startle. I can't talk, guys. Let me startle your muscle groups for a bit. Do you want me to take my clothes off again? I meant the pictures. Oh, I see. You can stay for a bit longer in case I have any questions. Okay. While I continued sitting on the bed, she went up to her table and started looking at scans of muscle groups. As we talked, her eyes never left the screen. Some of these structures are very similar to those found in Damien's kind. I'm not surprised. His stature is similar enough. You're young from your Tetris. Yes, of course we raised our young from our Tetris. Not from our, whatever else. Blobby blobs. We also raised them from our poi pois. But you don't need to know that. Shh, it's a secret. True, true. Now shut up and let me concentrate. So rude. Does that approach ever work? What are you talking about? You being that rude to everyone. Sorry. You apologize. That's a new one. I don't want to make any excuses, but with a high-pressure job like mine, I don't really get to go out and socialize much. Add some deteriorating circumstances to that, and you get my life. Don't you have any friends? Oh no. It's like the fact that everyone doesn't have friends. Not really. If you keep skipping grades like I did and were on the fast track in university, you wouldn't really have the time to make or keep any friends either. I feel every single one of these guys doesn't have friends. It makes me so sad and upset. Because I assume the dean wouldn't find it much either. Oh, I mean, she said she had kids, didn't she? No, sorry. That was... No, she... Like, she takes care of orphans. And Bryce, I assume, wouldn't, like, he's too busy with his police work. I think the last time I had a real friend was more than a decade ago. What happened to that friend? Well... We went to the same class for a while. I ended up skipping a grade after that year. She found new friends. I didn't. We still met, but those visits became less and less frequent as time went on. I was around 10 years old when her parents prompted me to visit her. She was in the hospital. Apparently had been for some time already. I didn't know because I hadn't seen her for quite a while at that point. She had contracted some sort of degenerative disease that caused her to gradually lose control of her muscles. Her case was particularly bad. She was already paralyzed from the neck down by the time I went to visit her. When I entered her room, I couldn't even pretend to be her friend. Lying in the bed was just a crude image of her former self. It was as if she was already dead. I couldn't bear to see her like that. It scared me. I didn't stay long. Seeing her like that was just... I just told myself I never wanted to end up like her, dying slowly, painfully, and alone. That was the last time I saw her. She died a few weeks later. That's why you became a scientist? Oh no, my laptop ran out of battery. It didn't warn me. Ugh. Why didn't you give me the battery warning, silly poop? Okay, hold on. I won't be able to see chat for a bit. What a silly poop. And that's why I became a scientist. Not really. I became a scientist because that's apparently what I'm good at. Doesn't make my work any less important though. Just from what we did here today, might make a few breakthroughs in several areas. Really? You are a completely different yet stable evolutionary line. There are some things that are similar in our bodies and others that are completely different. Same thing happens to me. It's okay. I mean, I'll flick back and forth through this in the chat, in OBS, while my laptop is starting up again, so that I can keep an eye on the chat if anything comes up. And others that are completely different. Anything that is different works to tell us something new about biology. All the various species have their own challenges and diseases. It will come in handy somewhere, for sure. And you're doing all of that because of your pure, unselfish heart. Not really, but if I do the brunt of the work, then I deserve to have my name on it. I guess so. Well, I think that's it for today. You can go if you like. Sure, thanks for having me. My pleasure. We could get together if you want to. Is there even anything left for you to test? Well, I'll have plenty of data for a while, so I guess we'd have to find something else for us to do. I see. Well, I'll leave you to your work then. Okie dokie. Looks like we're doing alright with Anna. Looks like I have some free time today. Alright, so... let's have a look here. Not much we can do here. I guess we should just continue onwards and see what happens. Because we can't meet with Bryce. Which is like... okay, we can't save him this run then? We already know that. Loss into... huh? Huh? We have 3 cards on top of each other? Wait. Loss. Intuition. And superstition. And they seem to be specific to like particular. Huh. That's interesting. That's weird. I wonder what's... I don't know. That's very interesting that we got 3 of them in the same chapter. Like, it's as if... So intuition has come up before. Never really got what that meant. That was like the first chapter, like first playthrough, first chapter, wasn't it? Loss would be because we can't save Bryce at this point, can we? Loss also came out when Anna was, you know, when Anna couldn't be saved either. Alright. And the last one, what was the last one? Not sure. Does it change throughout the chapter or what? Like, it will remind us, or no, it has all 3 cards. Superstition. Oh, look, it's already telling us that Bryce is dead. It's basically just telling us he's already dead. There's no point. You can't do anything. That's really sad. Right? No, wait, that's Lorem. See, Lorem just goes missing during this chapter. Like, he just disappears. So, it appears that we need to talk to everyone, eventually, to have them all living. Because, well, Remy doesn't go missing until the final chapter, it appears. Same with the Dean. But we have both of them here. Like, we have... Bryce kind of just ends up, you know... Oof. I don't know. We'll see what happens then, huh? Alright. Well, let's go back. La-di-da-di-da. Yep, skip ahead a bit. Sure. I don't think there's anything new here. Right? No, I think there's... Hold on, there's an achievement, right? Jake Bryce didn't... No, we're racing that. Stretch your legs. I don't know what stretch your legs is from. Examine Bryce's stuff. I'm gonna find that. Mysterious base. Is that from knowing the... Remember the, do you remember the... whatchamacallit? In, the park, when we go off to the side and admire the scenery, there's the, there's, like, the grate, the whatever, that we can't figure out how to open. That might be, like, we might be able to, once we get in... What if that's where the... No, I was thinking that's where the administrator is, but interrogate Anna we did. Yep, follow Vara. That's I wonder how you get that one. Turn the eggs to the hatchery. Interesting. Alright, there doesn't seem to be much we can do here. No, just in case. I've been just not doing anything here. Da-di-da-di-da. Da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Oh. Wait. Did this happen last